Hey guys, this is Ian Fisher, and I'm here to talk to you about classical conditioning. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is exactly classical conditioning? Well, classical conditioning is a learning process that occurs when two stimuli are repeatedly paired, getting a response elicited by the first stimuli rather than the second. In layman's terms, it is learning through the association of two different motives. Now, you saw in the previous slide that one of the stimuli is neutral and the other is unconditioned. A name that goes hand in hand with this concept is Ivan Pavlov, who is a Russian physiologist whose experiments are now known as psychology's most famous research. Pavlov's most famous experiment from the 1800s was teaching his dog to salivate at the ring of a bell. Pavlov's dog was presented with food, and just from the sight of it, or the smell, it starts to salivate. He tries to associate the sound of the bell with the salivation. Before I go any further in explaining the experiment, it is important to understand that the food is the unconditioned stimulant, the bell is the neutral stimulant, and the saliva is the unconditioned response. During the training, Pavlov rings the bell while the dog eats the food and is salivating over and over again. He repeats this process multiple times. After this process is repeated multiple times, the dog eventually starts salivating at the sound of the bell because it is associating the sound with the smell of the food, turning the bell into the conditioned stimulus and the salivation to the conditioned response.